Hello friends, so here I am on Pulau Bidan Island, a very small island in the northwest of Malaysia, and I happen to be alone on this island right now. Anyway, Malaysia, a very nice place. It's a majority Muslim country, but it's actually very diverse. You have some Chinese communities, some Indian, many people from Bangladesh and Kuala Lumpur. So yeah, very diverse. This island is actually a very nice place that anyone can go to. So I will leave in the description the contact of the people if by any chance you're interested in coming here and if you're coming to Malaysia. So one really nice thing in Malaysia is that you get 90 days. This depends on what country you're from, but 90 days visa. And generally they're very open for the visa. They give you a long visa. They don't ask you a single question. You have no paper to fill out. They're just, okay, here's a 90-day stamp. And whereas Thailand, for example, is just 30 days. Oh, come for 30 days, consume. Malaysia seems to me like a place that's nicer to live, a little bit more real experience, a little bit more long-term. It's a less touristy place, of course, and the type of people which come here are different people. You will meet a really different type of person here as you will in Thailand. So let's get this water. This is the well, and so that over there was the left side, or to the north of the island if you want. And now going off to the south side. I'll just give you a few island travel tips for now. If you go to an island like this, bring some snorkeling equipment, just like very simple. Look, this one I made from just a little piece of tubing onto these little goggles. So the most minimalist, you can actually fold it up into a little pack that you can put in your pocket. But it's very nice to be able to see underwater, otherwise you just have no way to see. And in some places and some days the waters are a bit murky, so sometimes you don't see so much, but you also get some dirty things in your ears, and then your ears can get plugged. This depends on people, but to avoid this you just need to bring some little silicone earplugs like this. These are very nice. They're actually saving my ears right now, so I don't have to unplug my ears every day. And I get to keep singing while I get to keep snorkeling. Another tip is bring something to eat. People will be very happy, because things aren't always, they don't get to go shopping every day. So if you're coming one time with a boat, just bring some little sweet thing or anything that you like to eat will be welcome. Be careful when you walk around under these coconut trees. You can also climb in the coconut trees. This one would be easy, but it's very hard, and that's also quite dangerous. But especially don't walk under coconut trees when it's windy. That's the most dangerous time. Sometimes you have these big leaves falling down also, but that's not dangerous. That's just very annoying if you get it on your head. But then the coconuts, they are dangerous. And here you have the right side beach, going on, and you can walk even when the tide is a bit higher. On this one you can walk quite far. Here are some more little gardens. Over there some people who have arrived with the boat. Yeah, little gardens here. A place where we sort the trash over there. So that's one of your jobs actually. You can do many different things here. Just be creative. You can pick up trash and you can create things with it. You can paint on the walls, make nice little decorations. Just be creative, and they're actually very free. Here's a path, the beginning of a path, which goes all the way to the other side of the island. It's actually quite short, in 20 minutes or half an hour maximum. You can get there to the other side quite easily. And it's worth saying, of course, that not everything is perfect. Even on a little nice permaculture island like Pulau Bidan, well, you'll have some interesting conversations about the environment and things like this, to say the least. The general Malaysian population, I think, is not so aware of a lot of things that seem, common knowledge in Europe or the US or like this. But that also makes interesting conversations with the people here, because they are more informed, and that's also why you need projects like this to inform people. You have some fishermen who come here and who don't know much about this, but they learn about lots of new things thanks to this project. But yeah, you'll have the general population. I mean, their general view is that there's a lobby against palm oil, and the palm oil industry is being hit on by European lobbies and things like this, which, you know, there are some good reasons that people are boycotting palm oil. So it's interesting, but yeah, you'll have some very nice conversations. Smoke, generally, men smoke. I think all the men I met here smoke, not excessively, but they smoke also. So that's just something that you should know. They burn things quite easily when there are dry leaves. Sometimes they will just burn big pile of dry leaves instead of trying to compost it. Of course, it's much faster and it's practical, but you're sending a lot of it into the atmosphere instead of keeping it on the island. And you know, with some patience and some good techniques, you can make some nice compost and organic material, especially on an island like this that has gotten a lot of erosion, a lot of people stealing sand in the past. So you want to keep the most possible organic material on the island. But you know, they are very open to discussion, and they are also very open to your projects. So that's the most important. You know, you can you can have some idea of a project you want to do. Just speak to them about it, and they're very open to you trying out new things. A few little bonus tips. Get these roll top bags. They're really good, and you can just have your stuff protected from if it falls in the water or anything. And if you have one of these roll top bags inside another roll top bag, then you can actually swim with it. And I've swam quite a bit with this and never any problems. Sometimes a little bit of water gets into the first layer, but then it doesn't get into the second one. So I even have my phone in here. So yeah, try it out for yourself, maybe with some clothing first, to make sure that the bag that you got is a good quality. But this works. Roll top bag, super good. And second one is that these little slip-on sandals are very useful, because people here in Asia, in many of these Asian countries, are just taking the shoes off all the time. If they go indoors, they take off their shoes, and it's really nice. You get to be barefoot, and but then sometimes you want to go outside and you want to be able to slip on your sandals really quickly or take them off. And bonus tip, if you are snorkeling, then you can just use these, put them on your hand. And these, if you have some that have a flexible sole like this, it's actually really good you can swim much faster, because it takes like the shape of your hand. So you can swim with this, and well, you have one on each hand. And if you see something on the bottom that, you know, seems spiky, or you don't want to touch it, you can also just see what it is with this, you know, without having to touch it with your fingers. So this is really, really useful for swimming. Wear a hat, of course. This protects your skin from the sun, protects your nose, protects your eyes from direct sunlight, which is super useful. You know, it's nice to have sunglasses, maybe if you're going fishing all day or if you're going skiing or something. But generally, the hat is the #1 useful tool to prevent the sun from going directly in your eyes. Long sleeve shirt, long sleeve pants, you'll be happy to have them. It protects you against the mosquitoes at night, protects you against the sun during the day, and protects you if you want to wear it when swimming in the sea. It can protect you against jellyfish and things like this. So really nice. And I actually don't like to use sunscreen or mosquito repellent, so because you know, sunscreen, the girls who were here were using sunscreen, and you actually had all these stingless bees going around them all the time because they like the smell of the sunscreen. You have to reapply it every 2 hours. You don't have this just protects you from the sun quite well, and you don't have to reapply it every 2 hours. And mosquito repellent, of course, is toxic, so I prefer not to use it. And I'm really happy to just have these things, which these long sleeve things, which protect me quite well. Here's a baby coconut tree. Yeah. Shouting by the dragon. Well, anyway, but we're hoping they're fine, but they don't. that's Pulau Bidan Island for you. So I hope you like it, and maybe you come here one day and participate in this beautiful project. If you do come to this beach here and clean up some bottles, we cleaned up a lot, but now there's still the bottles come back, so there's always junk to clean. And in fact, anywhere you go in the world, if you are on the beach, you will see some places with a lot of junk. It just washes up from the boats and everything. So you do a good deed and clean up some trash while you go swimming also. It's quite fun. You can do both at the same time. Cheers!